Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to your monthly reading here on, no, not monthly, weekly reading on the Astroflower, going from the 15th to the 21st of July. Yes, that's now blown me. Yes, welcome to your reading. I hope that life's treated you well. Have you seen those energy videos I did this week on what's going on the vibrant energy, the vibration and the rhythms that are coming in from the universe, or what people used to call prana energy or ki energy or chi energy, depending on how you pronounce it, or pneuma, getting onto those energy lines and stuff like that. And there's some major changes going on, and it's good to know what's going on in the environment around us energetically. So then we can see how we can have a positive impact or connection with energy and be part of something that is constructive rather than destructive. Actually, really nice videos. You'll find them linked around my head at the end of this reading or on our channel, one of the two. Okay, let's just see what's going on for you this week. Okay, overall energies here. Karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side, influence on the universe, influence on past self, future self, and the general message for this week. Yes, hope you have a lovely reading. Thank you for being here. Let's just see what's going on with the overall energies here. There seems to be something concerning the work-play ethic of life. Sometimes, Pisces, you can bury yourself in your work and it's all work and no play. And the overall energy, the general energy here is trying to bring in that harmonious balance between the two. And there's a lot of good stuff involved in it when you do that, because it allows you that time to be a lot more enthusiastic or infused about what you're doing at the moment you're doing it. So even if you're out and playing and what have you and having fun with life, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. And then when you get back to work, you're going to be, or get back to your business or your project, you're going to be really laser focused and so forth. And it seems pretty good. So 5 of Cups, and this is what's coming in from the overall energies. I think what they're trying to do here is, usually we sort of say with the 5 of Cups, don't look to the past, look to the future. That's the bulk standard sort of like meaning of the card, as it were. But everything is, if you after a party, if you're walking around the house after a party and you're just kind of going, oh, look at the mess. The moment you kind of like think, oh, actually, I met this person, I met that person, I met a load of people I never knew before, and this is absolutely brilliant. So actually, it's a great party. So, I just need to clear up a little bit, and then you can go off and, explore life with new people that you've met at the party, that sort of thing. And that's because you got the 2 cups behind you. So I think there's a lot of that to be said of balance. That's what the 2 cups say. It's like yin and yang, as it were, for you. And I think this is where the overall energy is trying to sort of like encouraging you to explore the future, but in a very much more harmonious and less stressful way by having that work-play balance in your life. Okay, the karmic path, the universal energy is pushing towards the lesson of the week, so it seems to be connected with that. So it means that there's going to be coincidences that are going to come into your life that'll help you to understand something within this week, spiritually, emotionally, or within your relationships and so forth. And your karmic path here is also played into this message, this lesson that seems to be learning, and it seems to be a learning about your happiness, basically, more than anything else. Your past experiences are sort of feeding into this 5 of Cups. It's sort of like kind of realizing that the world is round, but it's not smooth. There's ups and downs in life, and the down part is done, and I think it's in the past, and I think that's what it's sort of saying there. And your future self here, it's caught between 2 ways. There's some that's pulled into the lesson that's going to be learned. So it depends on how you explore life this week and obtain the answers for this week will depend upon what you're going to be living in the future. But there's a definite flow towards the future, a positive flow towards the future, basically. You get the Moon card. Yeah, I think this is where you do. The moon is all about the yin and the yang. You've got the sun and the moon in harmony together. You've got the two pillars as well, the two dogs as well. It's all to do with pairing things up. It's seeing both sides of the story sometimes. And this is going to be, I think it's going to be a bit of a surprise. I think it's on your karmic path to open up to the unknown more than anything else within your relationship side. Yeah, look at that. The universe is sort of like really pushing into that answer, that future self of you. And that's tied into that Two of Cups there. You just need to sort of stop looking to the past, stop crying, you know, not that you are, but, you know, you might well be crying over spilt milk, as it were. And, you know, the overall energy is saying, stop, don't do that. You know, look to the future. It's going to be a lot better. And that is your future, really, because that's what the universe is encouraging you to understand. The future is all yours. It's, you know, it could be absolutely brilliant. It's just for you to take it. The past self, you get the Six of Cups, the past giving you a beautiful gift. And I think this is where giving you a gift within the answer for this week. It seems to be something that you're getting a big answer this week in regards to spirit or relationships or emotions. It seems to be an answer, something that's going to surprise you. It may be someone coming up and sort of saying, do you know what, I've been thinking about you for a long time. I haven't said anything, and I thought it'd be nice if we went out for a meal. And it's going to be a bit of a surprise for you. It's going to open, yeah, it's communication. There's definitely something coming in for you here, Pisces. And I think it comes out of left field, man. I think it's a real surprise. In your future, you get the Eight of Wands, communication, laser focused. And I get the image of sort of like, you know, you're sitting down having a cup of coffee with someone and it's just, you're chatting away. It's absolutely brilliant. It's firing on all cylinders and it makes it feel good. And then you get the Six of Pentacles here, which is the lesson. And that lesson is about you going after what you want. I think if you get this lesson here of putting yourself first in regards to life, and this could be as much as, because it's the Six of Pentacles, we've got two sixes on here now. You know, the Six of Pentacles is all about sort of the material side, the physical side of life. And it could be about sort of like putting yourself first within your relationships and your emotional sort of side of life in regards to your work. It doesn't necessarily mean putting yourself first in front of someone else. That's not how it works. It's never at the detriment of another person putting yourself first. You're putting yourself first because, you know, if you're happy, you're going to breathe that happiness around you. Everybody else will profit from your happiness because you've created that happiness within you. And this is what I think the lesson is this week here, with this returning of a balance here. And once you do that, I think here is a real communication, which is the surprising part. I got a funny feeling it comes around the end of the week. We're looking at Thursday, Friday, around that sort of period there that comes in for you. Absolutely. We'll see what happens on the clarification on the Light Seers card, yeah? Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your karmic message is playing into the past. So there's obviously it's something that you've been working on a long time, and it just seems like you just it's becoming a little bit repetitive and a little bit, oh, blimey, are we going to get there or not? Sort of thing. And you know, it's something you've been working on a long time. And then this is where you probably need to take a step back, put your life back into balance a little bit in regards to sort of play and work. And this is where you will get the best results out of it. The universe here is playing into this Five of Cups. It's really, this is where the lesson seems to be coming in more than anything else. You know, don't be a workaholic, be a funaholic. That's what you need to be. Don't be a workaholic, be a funaholic. You know, if that word doesn't exist, it bleeding well should do. You know, I'm a funaholic. I'm going to call, that's it. It's a bumper sticker, isn't it? Hello, I'm a funaholic. Or it could be a funkaholic. You know, I like funk. Anyway, gee whiz. Anyway, yeah, so that's the sort of thing. It's like getting it all into sort of like perspective, really, more than anything else. The past is the past is still bringing something into you. So there's obviously something that you have been working on for a long time. It doesn't seem to have come to fruition as yet, but it's nearly there. It really is. And yeah, I understand that there's that last push, and you've got to put in a lot of effort in that last push to get there, get it over the line and everything like that. But at the same time, if you're only going to get over the line and die, why would you? What's the point? You're like, oh, well, you can keep that line. I'm going to go over there. Sod that. Blow that for a game of soldiers. All right. And so your future self here, your future self in your work site, this is it. We're coming into the balance now, right? It seems to be pointing to the star card on your relationship side. It's almost as like your future has got to be driven by your interaction with the coincidences and with the universal energies on a spiritual and emotional front and relationship front. And that's where that future depends on how you do that side. It's really quite intricately laced. What's the lesson for this week here? Okay, it's like something like there's no point winning if you find yourself alone. So it's like sort of kind of going, okay, we're going to race up the mountain, and you get up the mountain first, and because it's such a massive mountain, only you could get up there, and everyone else is kind of gone, do you know what, we're just going to sit down here, have a barbecue, we'll wait for you to come back. You end up the mountain all by yourself, and it's like, is the victory worth it? Is the victory worth it? And I think that's something you need to be conscious about. You might turn around in 10, 15 years time saying, I slaved myself for that and I got a living out of it, but did I really get a life out of it? That's another question. But it just seems to be that, yeah, your karmic path here, as I said, it's playing into your past here. You've got to play smart here of how you engage in life. It's a revelation for you on this side of life. Avoiding complications by anticipation and maneuverability, how you position yourself before you engage will determine your success, basically. Yeah, look at that. Your future self is that. It just starts saying, if you stop looking to the past and start looking to the future, it is a Wheel of Fortune moment that is working in your favor. If you keep looking to the past, it will work in that favor. It will work to bring you down. The universal energy is sort of saying, Pisces, not getting it, man. Let's take it down a notch, and then that should sink the message in, sort of thing. But you've got so much going for you as well that it would be, I think it'd be obvious if you're shooting yourself in the foot here. And I think it's more of a case here that Wheel of Fortune is encouraging that Two of Cups there because of that future self going into that star card. You've got something, yeah, you've been learning about, determination, mental application in life, being sharp in business, being sharp in your project. I think you've learned a lot about that. But the thing is, that's put you on a mindset constantly, and it's difficult to step out of that. And I think this is where this is where the Seven of Swords does come in, because it plays into here. It's sort of like, a page is learning, and when you learn, you do need play. And that's what that balance comes into play, with a bit of balance in your life. And your future here is got the King of Pentacles. Wow. This is the change around. And I said it was playing into the star card down there. And if you get this back into some sort of balance here, even if you haven't got a job, think of it this way, right? If you haven't got a job and you're kind of like, I'm looking for a job, and that's work. That is hard work, looking for a job, man. And the amount of applications you do, sending off, filling out forms, phoning up, applying online. There's loads of work that goes in it, going to interviews, everything like that. Or even starting a business. There's a lot of work goes into it before you even just open the business. And I understand that. It's just like, you know, if you take time out to enjoy or to have play, this is where you're going to get the success. This is where you're going to kind of like, you instead of having like doing, let's say applying for jobs for 3 hours, you're literally just going through kind of going, yeah, I'll apply for that one, yeah, I'll apply for that one. And, you know, you're applying for jobs for 3 hours, but you're not really being selective about it. You're just kind of going, I'm applying for everything. I would like to be Prime Minister, President, and I'd also just like to be, you know, car park attendant. You know, not the car park attendant's a bad job. It's not a bad job at all, depending on what you want out of life. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is like, it's not being, it's like, but once you start playing in life, you kind of go, oh, I want that, I want this, I want that. Okay, in that case, I'm going to need that job as president if I'm going to want all this. So it really gives you a little bit more laser focus about where you're going. And that's where your success is going to be all about it. The lesson this week is bringing that happiness back into your life. It's going to put the yin and yang back in the sun and the moon. The temperance card, converting negative into positive. Boom. Definitely for you, Pisces. Definitely for you. That's really good. Hang on a second. I'm just going to have a grab of tea. Ah, yeah, I like it. I like it. There's a real lesson, spiritual lesson, and a spiritual lesson which concerns finances as much as the heart. You know, the two are almost inseparable. With the Five of Cups, you get the Five of Pentacles. You're missing out. This is shut out in the cold, or it could be money loss on your financial side, but I don't actually see that. It doesn't. There's nothing else that's sort of suggesting that, so I don't think it's that at all. And I never got that feeling of money loss for you. But what it's saying here is where you've been working, might have been working loads, you may have been missing out on loads. And that's where the Five of Cups and going for those Two of Cups there is really, really important. Really important. The world is a better place. My world is a better place. Your neighbour's a better place. Your family and friends, your partner, your job, your business, everything is a better place when you're in a better place. That's just the way it goes. So put yourself in a better place, Pisces. Really put yourself in a better place. Yeah, your karmic path is to walk away from that headache. And it's going to be surprising for you. It may be a case where you've been looking for love, or you've been looking for, you know, the next step within your couple, your existing couple, to take your couple to the next level, to expand certain aspects of your couple. And this is where, you know, it's walking away from the complications. And there, I think you're going to get a surprise communication from someone that is going to sort of kind of go, oh yeah, no, I haven't got time for that crap anymore. I'm going after that. Really good. The King of Pentacles, which is all about sort of knowledge and understanding and sort of abundance and rich and, you know, wealth and wealth in multitudes of ways, and also looking after the family. I don't know sure if I explained the sun. The sun, you know, is shining a light on you. It's shining a light on what you're doing within you, and it orientating you via your happiness. And this seems to be like the main influence on the whole reading here, more than anything else, from the influence on the universe on your relationship side. And the, you know, the star card is the, you know, your dreams and your aspirations. It's also shining a light on your life. You know, the sun card, the sun is a star. Okay, it's pretty close to us, so it doesn't look like the rest of the stars, but, you know, it is a star. And this is like, you've got to take this direction. You've got to put yourself first, because it was pointing to that card there. You know, once you do put yourself first, you know, it works, everything, you know, the whole universe works on the premise of, as long as you are okay, everybody else can be okay. And that's the way it works, really. It doesn't work in a way that as long as everybody's okay, I'm okay. It doesn't work like that. Nothing works like that. You know, it's impossible to do that. Six of Cups, this is the gift you're giving yourself, is pure abundance. And this is because you're stepping into you being you, basically, more than anything else. And I think your past is doing that. It's feeding that, and it's allowing you to walk away from any disappointments that you might have had. in the past and walking forward to something which is a lot more solid for you. Look at that. The moon card. As I said with that moon card, there's some sort of communication that comes out of the blue. Really comes out of left field, and you get the moon card again. I would be very attentive to some form of communication within your spiritual, emotional, or relationship side of life. And just put yourself first. Just sort of saying, yes, I'd love to go out on that date. Yeah, I'd love to go out on that meal. Rather than thinking, oh, would that be is that a good idea? What would my friends think? Or, no. The only person that really matters is you in that situation. Do you want to go? Go. It's as pretty much like that. Put yourself first. Queen of Cups. I think this is a Pisces card for me. Utter abundance. Joy that just irradiates from your inner happiness because you're putting yourself first. And as I say, that's where it's going to be incredibly infectious. That's what I mean about sort of everyone's going to really enjoy, being in a much better place because you're in a better place. That's what it does here. It's really good for you. No, really, really good for you. Really, really joyous. And once you do, that's when the communication comes in. On your financial side, yeah, if you play smart, you can manifest what you like, basically. You can manifest huge amounts of abundance. I think the overall energy is definitely talking about your relationship or your spiritual or your emotional side of life. On your financial side, you play smart, you can really push it to the next level. Really push it to the next level. And that abundance that you bring in, that wealth that it brings in, will allow you to spend more time in regards to your relationships and so forth. As I said, I think there's something you've been working on for a long time. The universe is helping this out with that Wheel of Fortune. It's trying to get it over the line for you. The seeds that you're planting today will be the harvest of your happiness of tomorrow. And that is what the universe is encouraging you to do. So yes, but as I said, that balance is essential. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth it. Look at that. You've got the Star card twice now. But this comes up with the Page of Swords. You're learning how to, if you want to get the best out of life, learn from your past and learn and see what you invested in way too much and got way little returns, and how you mentally approached it. And did you approach it in an illusionary thing, kind of going, yeah, I'm going to make loads of money, but you forgot about sort of kind of like, all the basic things, like kind of going, but I didn't buy this, I needed this, and I didn't have that, so it didn't really work. And that's what the Page of Swords is, learning about that mental side of mental application within bringing ideas into reality and how you convert those ideas into reality. And that's from the past. May have been a little bit disappointing for you, but now it's probably because you're getting that work play ethic back into play. Yes, yeah, look. As I said, the King of Pentacles was pointing down to this card here, the Star card, and now the Queen of Swords, taking a direction that really is your direction. That's what the Queen of Swords does. You get the King of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. This is getting really in harmony with yourself. Look at this. On your financial side, that's what you could manifest, really. That's what the arching influences is within you. That's what you could manifest. It's great for you. It's absolutely peachy. The abundance in alignment with just feeling at ease with what you do, rather than having to constantly run after the next penny or the next dollar. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of stress that's being taken out of your life if you get a little bit more precise about things. And once you start doing that and combining it with next door, you're just going to go mad. Now look at that. Look at that, Pisces. Happiness, and it's in alignment with yourself. It's with that Two of Cups there. You got the Star cards, and you got that. Where the potential within you is phenomenal. And I think it's all down to the way in which you engage in it's the way in which you position yourself in regards to life. The moment you start doing that, you will become the richest person in the world. And that richness doesn't, you know, if you ever listen to Bob Marley, I used to have massive dreadlocks and a massive beard and used to be in a reggae band and everything like that, you know, when I was a bit younger. Had dreadlocks for a very long time. Really got into the whole Rastafari thing, sort of ideals, you know, and knowing, not believing was one of those things that come out of that experience. And, you know, it's, when you listen to Bob Marley and he talks about riches, and the journalist asked him, said, "Are you rich?" And he said, "I said, well, what do you mean by rich? You know what I mean? You can own loads of money, but, you know, you got no friends and don't do anything, you know, but you may have not a lot of money, but you know a lot of people and you enjoy life and there's a lot of socializing and a lot of having fun. You know, you're a funaholic. You know, was it you I said a funaholic earlier on? I think it was. But anyway, you could become the richest person in the world. There you go, Pisces. Absolutely brilliant reading. Love it. Love it. Go ahead and live it. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for all the support that you give to this channel in any which way you see fit. It's absolutely beautifully and lovely received. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.